What up, YouTube? It's Alex, and I'm back at it again for another video. I know it's been very hard without watching me every Monday for the past, I think, like 3 weeks, right? I'm guessing 3. Yeah, I think I haven't been here for like all of November. Well, since like Halloween. But so yeah, we are back at it. I am going back at it again, and trying to keep up with you guys on these videos. Um, so just warning you all, there will be a lot of videos going to be uploaded within the next probably day or two. I'm gonna try to roll out as many as I can, so to make up for lost time on these past 3 episodes of Walking Dead. So let's just get right into it. Let's go right into Walking Dead episode. I don't even know what it was. I think it was 4. It was so long ago. I'm probably gonna miss a lot of things, and there could possibly be an episode that I'm gonna totally miss. I have no idea, but who cares? Let's just do this thing and let's go. So what I can remember is, I think that was the last one that I did not do a review on was the Outpost attack. That one, that was very interesting. Of when you see the guy from season 1 finally, and you finally see what happens. But you don't. I didn't really like that they actually brought him in, but you don't really like learn anything from him of like what happened with him between Atlanta and getting here. I just, it's a very big question. What happened? How, what, how did you go from Birmingham all the way to like outside of Washington D.C.? How is that possible? Why is the question too? Why did you come? Why did you come here? So that I did not like that question was never answered. It was just left there. And you also don't know what happened to his family. Didn't really like that either. That you don't know what happened with family. They could still be alive. I don't know. We don't know. They'll probably come back if they're still alive. They're gonna come back in the next few episodes. I feel it, if they're still alive. So then you sit there and you see that he is totally a Negan supporter. Yeah. Very. It wasn't that surprising. He already basically showed that he was going to be a Negan supporter from the episode before that, so it wasn't really a big surprise. And then Daryl killing him. I want to know, did Daryl recognize him? Did Daryl know that it was that guy that split off, took his family somewhere else? Did Daryl actually know that? Maybe we'll find out. I don't honestly really know. Let's be honest here. Nobody really knows what's going to be going on within the next few episodes. Rumors are that the war is going to end within the next few episodes. I go back and forth between it of, do I want it to be over or do I want it to keep going? I kind of want it to be over because it's just dragging on now. Like, I like the idea of like, hey, we should totally just keep it going, and of like try to keep it going for a whole season. I'm now regretting that, of saying that, because I don't think I could make it through a whole season of this. This is just getting weird. It's just getting boring. Uh, like, one of my family members who watches it stopped because it got so boring. Nothing was happening. It just seemed like everything that we could already predict anything that was going to be happening in it. That it was just repeating itself over and over again. So I kind of want them to finally kind of move forward to actually stop that this these next 2 episodes that are left in the season, that it will just kind of be like, okay, we're done. But okay, let's get back to this episode. Oh my goodness. So then we see so then Daryl and Rick come under fire. That was exciting. And then I think it was like the Kingdom people. I think they end up coming in and being like, "Woo, let's just fight them." and kick their butts. And then, that was the one with what's his name there? I'm so sorry. I cannot remember his name. Morgan. Oh my god. Where you see the kind of feud between Morgan and Jesus kind of rise. Of Jesus wants all the saviors that were at the outpost alive. They're alive. Then, I think. Oh, and Morgan wanted them all dead. I kind of agree with Morgan. In all honesty, I side with Morgan saying yes, just kill them all. There is no reason why we should be keeping them alive. No, kill them. And in further episodes, you find out that Maggie is also like, if it doesn't work, and then you find the real reason why that they're keeping them alive. But I will talk about that in another, I think it's in the next 2 videos. I will be talking about that. But so then you see that feud start. I want to know, will that be becoming more of a thing? Of the feud will just rise until someone is finally dead. Will that end in the death of someone? And if so, if you read the comics, you already know who it is. You already know that it's going to be Morgan. That Morgan will probably die from this little feud between him and Jesus. Because they are somewhat past due for Morgan's death, it's kind of hard to line up with the comics of, like, okay, comics says this, show says this. It's very hard to kind of see what's actually going on. But so then that little feud goes on. It's very weird. I also question, I think I said this in another video, what is up with them having to constantly take back this outpost? What the heck, people? Why? Why can't you keep this outpost, like, free of people? Oh my god. Keep it free of them. God. And then, yeah. I might have already talked about this one. I feel like now that I'm talking about this, I feel like I've already talked about this episode. I don't know. I might have probably. If so, I'm so sorry. Let's just jump to the next episode. Because, yeah. Next episode was, I'm pretty sure, was Negan. If not, leave a comment down below and correct me. Because I probably am totally wrong. This is probably not the correct one. I'm so sorry. But I don't know. It could possibly be it. I don't know. Either way, I haven't talked about it on this YouTube channel, so we're just gonna keep on rolling with it. But so then we go to Negan, and Father Gabriel, because we've been going on for a little while, not knowing what's going on with them. That Negan and him are held up in the little, whatever you want to call it, like mobile home, whatever, I don't know, trailer, whatever you want to call it. They've been held up in there for a while now, like maybe an episode or 2. We don't know. I feel like it couldn't have been more than like a few days, because they didn't have anything in there. They didn't have water. They didn't have food. They didn't have anything, and it seemed more like in the show that they were only in there for like a few hours. In all honesty, it seemed like they were together for like that this whole battle thing started at like, I don't know, like 10, and they get out of the trailer by like 4. That's what it's looking. It seems like it's very weird with their timeline. They might have spent the night in there. I don't know. Probably have. I don't know. In all honesty, I don't know their timeline, what they're doing. But then you also learn things about Negan in that episode. You learn that he kind of reveals to you that he had a wife before all of this and that he was weak. That he was super weak and he couldn't do it. He couldn't kill his wife, and so he feels to blame for everything that happens. And so you learn that about him. You also learn that before all of this happened, that somehow he worked with children. I kind of want to know, like, further this, people. AMC, further this. Tell us what's going on. Like, what? How did he work with children, and why did he work with children? Like, this dude does not seem like he should be working with children. Because he's just, like, yeah. But in all honesty, it also could be he's changing because he has to change to adapt to survive in this environment now. Because it is a zombie apocalypse. You have to survive this. You have to change yourself to survive this. So I kind of feel like that might be why he could have been like a really nice guy before the apocalypse happened. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Who knows? But so then you learn that about him. And then Father Gabriel sitting there before that, sitting there being like, tell me all your, confess to me. Well, why, Father Gabriel? That's weird. What's up with that? Don't, nah. And also, if you read the comics, you know that's way before, that they are going, like, into, like, the recently, like, brand new issue of Walking Dead. Because you don't find out anything about him besides why Lucille's named Lucille. That's the only thing you find out in the comics behind Negan's backstory. But you, like, if you just read the newest version of Walking Dead, the newest issue, you find out a little bit of something about him that it's, like, you learn more of a backstory behind him. They basically, in the show, they took what they did in the comic and did it with a different person. In the comic, he says it all to Rick. In the show, he's saying it all to Father Gabriel. I'd rather have him actually had said it to Rick, because then it could just build onto it of like Rick's like, oh, he wasn't that bad of a guy, but he still is doing these things, so So I feel like they should have waited a little bit on that and waited until they could actually have gotten it in to that Rick hears it all. That Rick hears the confessions. They might possibly do that. I don't know. As I said numerous times in almost every video, I don't know what they're going to be doing. I'm not AMC. I wish I was, because I would be totally making totally different things going on in this show, following the comics much more. But anyways, so then, and then, like, Father Gabriel, like, does some weird move. I don't even know. Like, I must have, like, turned my head for, like, a few seconds, and all of a sudden, like, Father Gabriel has a gun and is nowhere to be seen. It was really weird. I did not get that part at all. I was so confused. And I was like, I have to go rewatch that episode. And I went and rewatched it. I still cannot figure out what the heck happened. Like, he sits there, grabs the gun, and then just goes into a little cubby or something like that. I don't know. He goes somewhere, and Negan's just like, where are you? And then they get into the sanctuary. All the while, in the sanctuary, hell is breaking loose in there. Pardon my language. But, it's just insane. Because it just shows how dependent they are actually on Negan, in all honesty. Because they were kind of like, what do we really do? And they were basically acting like chickens with their heads cut off. Because they didn't really know what they were doing. All they wanted to know was how do we get out there and get Negan back. That's all their goal was, to try to get Negan back. But it was just going insane because people started getting mad because they didn't have food. I think they were running low on food, water, and all the essential things that you need to survive. They were running low on that. Besides shelter, that was like the only thing, and they just kept sitting there and like, oh, we can't do that, we can't do that, and they kept using it for themselves. I found that kind of weird. Like, why are you putting yourself ahead of your people that you are supposed to be protecting? If you don't, I feel like Negan's gonna come get you. He's gonna be like, what the heck? Why are you not helping the people that we are supposed to be helping? So, but so then, like, that episode is just very, very weird with that of that they and then they finally realize like maybe there's someone in this room like in this group that actually is like going against us and helping Rick's group. And I think they all really already know who it really is, that it is Dwight. Dwight's helping them. They might also think that it is Eugene, because Eugene is from their group, is from Alexandria, and so they might be like, he's helping his group. So they might be like, oh, he's helping them. We gotta like knock this off. Um, so something might happen with Eugene or Dwight. I really hope they don't do anything towards them, because they do become kind of big parts in the comic to help support like everything else that's gonna happen. Um, but so then that was just an insane episode with just them acting like chickens with their heads cut off. It was just no. If you're depending on the man in charge that much, I think you're too dependent on him, because you shouldn't be depending on someone that much. It was insane and crazy. And then at the end of the episode to have Negan walk in with his nice leather jacket, all gutty and grody because he decided to just smear all of that goodness all over him, like they do in almost like it seems like almost every stinking season. They're sitting there, just smearing all the guts all over them. Um, but at least Negan knows that of like, hey, put the guts on you, and you can just walk by them, easy peasy. But so then to have him walk in, and then I think it was at the end of that episode where you see Father Gabriel. Basically, I think it's if you look at it, I'm pretty sure it is the exact same cell that almost everybody goes into. That that Sasha was in and Daryl was in. Like almost everyone goes into there. I don't know why. What's up with? Do you only have one cell? What the heck? You have all these rooms. Why do you only have one cell? That makes no sense, people. Oh my goodness. Give up one of your rooms. Make it into another one. What happens when you have two people, two prisoners? What are you going to do then? You can't. Yeah. So then, and then Eugene's in there like, oh, we got to help him. What are you going to do? He's just, I don't even know what's going on with Father Gabriel. He's like, heat stroke something. I don't even know. He's just sitting there. He looks like he's slowly dying. Probably is. Yeah, totally is. Feel it. He's totally just dying. Um, but so then that was like it for that episode, and then yeah, that was just the weirdest episode ever, and I didn't really like it as much as like the rest of the season has been going. I kind of like most of I go back and forth between episodes of like, do I like them? In almost this whole season, there's just little things that are just making me go back and forth of like, do I like this? No, I don't really like that. I don't. But I like this in this episode, so it's kind of hard to tell if I like an episode or not. But um, if you have not hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button down below, and I will be getting a new video out within the next day or two. Going on the next few episodes that I have missed. I think I have missed actually 4. So and I covered 2, so I will be doing another 2, maybe 3 episodes. I don't know. Maybe I'll give every single one their own individual video. I don't know. But I'll see you guys on the next video. See ya!